Can you do something about the light reflecting off the top of your head in the middle? I can't, but you can. What can chat do about it? You can close the tab. Ooh, yodelay, 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 yodelay. Be honest with me, chat. Can I yodel? Because in my head, it sounds kind of good. But my wife always laughs at me, and then my daughter says, Daddy's not good at it. But I think that maybe she's just echoing what my wife's reaction to my yodeling. It sounds good. Editor's note, I'm muted. All right. I'll remember that. You know the scene in Fubar 2 where Tron drives up to the Fort McMurray workplace and he's blaring rap music, but then when he gets closer, he switches it to country music so that he doesn't get made fun of because he had to say rap is crap even though he raps? No? That's me picking up my daughter from daycare. Pull up to the daycare, Wolf in the Breast by the Cocteau Twins is playing. My baby's crying, my baby, I remember I knew you were there. And then as soon as I get there, boop. When I do, when I do, hey, howdy, hey. When I scoop, doop, doop, when I scoop, doop, doop. Hey, howdy, hey. I guess what I'm trying to say is my kid loves country music and it's fucking driving me crazy. Hey, this was driving me crazy. Sometimes I forget what song a lyric comes from. What song, and remember I didn't have internet until like this morning. What song does this line come from? Forget that corny line. You're all that's waxed on my mind. Forget that corny line. What is that from? It's like a 90s, 2000s pop song. It's not Master of Puppets. It is Love Me by Shaggy. Thank you. You're all the wax on my mind. Forget that corny line. Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever, ever going to let you go. Hey, once I get my hands on Love Me, Love Me, Love Me, Sex Machine. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. One of Shaggy's good songs. He's got a few. That motherfucker is real. Now make Shaggy yodel. He might have some yodeling tracks on that album that he did with Sting. I don't know. NL, would you allow yourself to be bought out by private equity? Yes. If the price was right. Absolutely. It would probably... Listen, this is just... It's a fair statement. All I would say to maybe bring you back onto my side is that you don't have to worry about it because I would cost more than I'm worth. There's a number. Definitely. I haven't given it any thought because streaming has zero barrier to entry. There's a number. But no one would ever pay it because they would be like, how much is it worth to you? And I would give them the number and they would say, fuck off. They would say, lose this number. Don't ever call us again. That's as much of an ethical streamer as I think you can get in this day and age. Do you think it really was Shaggy? Well, this isn't... See, you're asking questions that you're not qualified to understand. It was never Shaggy. Shaggy is offering an excuse that Rick Rock can use. He's saying that Rick Rock should say that it wasn't him. Shaggy didn't do anything wrong. He was just giving him like an opportunity. He was giving him like an impression for what Rick Rock could do to get out of the situation. But, and I know Shaggy has taken issue with this in the past, and I can understand why. Let me put it that way. At the end of the song, It Wasn't Me, Rick Rock realizes that it's him who caused the problem. And as a result, the mature thing for him to do is to just own up to the fact that it was him who was caught on camera and in the shower and so on and such as. So he's acknowledging that rather than make an excuse, he should just admit to the fact that it was him. Based, but it wasn't him. You need to watch the song or watch the music video again. Okay? Because I feel like we're getting confused by things there's no reason to be confused by. Rick Rock admits it was him. Yeah, at the end, he admits it was him. That's what I'm saying. Is Shaggy a gaslighter? Shaggy doesn't... Am I losing my mind? Shaggy didn't do anything. Shaggy's never been under suspicion. I know people are like, well, how did he know how to give the advice? I don't know. Fucking like 2,000 people in the chat never leave their house. They're always giving me advice on, you know, how to live a normal life. Why don't you look at the mirror, motherfucker? Shaggy looks like he's doing okay in his life. If you watch the music video, the shit is like straight out of the year 2000. He's got like an iPad before iPads existed. It was like, it must be in the distant future because video calling's a thing. He's sitting in a silver throne in like a velvet robe surrounded by hotties. It seems like Shaggy's doing just fine. He didn't do it. I mean, I'm not saying that Shaggy has never done anything wrong. I'm simply saying that according to the rules of the music video, we don't know that Shaggy's... Oh my God. We don't know that Shaggy's done anything wrong. As a result, like, it's not fair to place him under suspicion. I didn't even freeze the pill. I didn't even freeze the pill. After all that, I didn't even freeze the pill. I do like that when Rick Ross tells Shaggy he needs help, he stops doing his Shaggy voice. Rick Rock... Rick Ross. Two different guys. Rick Rock sounds like this. How could I believe it when you done another key? Rick Ross, bitch, I'm a monster, no good bloodsucker, fat motherfucker, now look who's in trouble. As I run through the jungle, all you hear is rumble, Kanye West sample, here's one for example. Okay, it's two different people. That is not Jay-Z's verse, because Jay-Z's verse is just like a rogues gallery of Universal Pictures monsters. Godzilla, King Kong, Nosferatu, Imhotep, Noxuna Moon. Everybody knows I'm a motherfucking monster. Oh, man. Sorry. It is the worst verse of all time. I don't know if people are going to hate me for what I'm about to say. I know Jay-Z is like extremely famous. I don't get it, man. Maybe I wasn't the right age for like the Blueprint Volume 2, but like at least on Monster, he's way behind the rest of the pack. You'll never recover from this. I'm just saying. You're right, but you shouldn't say it. Hang on, I'm cooking here. We have the resident rap aficionado here anyway. I think Bear Taffy will tell me that he is not a Jay-Z fan. Because Bear Taffy listens to good rap music. Like Aesop rock. You ever think about how messed up it is? Forget about Rick Ross, Rick Rock. You got ASAP Rocky and Aesop Rock. This shit is confusing, man. ASAC Schrader? I forgot about that guy. That doesn't make sense. It's a lyric from One Hand in My Pocket by Alanis Morissette. Explain that. Maybe we'll just live through this one. Wait till you hear about Ice Cube and Vanilla Ice. I know this is an embarrassing admission that I've made before on stream. But I'm going to make it again. When I first heard Pretty Fly for a White Guy, I had no idea what the hell he was talking about when he said they didn't have Ice Cube, so he bought Vanilla Ice. I literally thought like he went to the store for ice cubes, but they didn't have ice cubes, so he had to buy like ice that was flavored like vanilla. Obviously, keep in mind I was like 10, but still. I'm laughing, but also same. It's a little embarrassing. No wonder he thinks Shaggy did it. This is just so slanderous, I don't even want to talk about it. I'm the one telling you that Shaggy didn't do anything. He's a submissive underdog. Now we got the librarian Sap posting saying this is a weekly for farming sloths. Librarian, know your place. You take the funny bits and you condense them. You don't debase yourself by getting down into the muck of Super Auto Pets with the rest of us. That's not the best use of your talents. Be nice. It's the nicest thing I've ever said to anybody. I didn't say get back in the editing mines. You said get back in the editing mines. I said, know your place, okay? There's a difference. That's worse? I know, that's why it's funny. I know, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. I'm gonna try something crazy mode. Can someone tell me what Shaggy did? I'm just being sincere. It's not for the bit or anything. Shaggy didn't do anything. All he did in the song was give advice to Rick Rock. Now, the advice was to gaslight his girlfriend. I'm not saying that Shaggy's like a good guy in the song. I'm simply saying that he's not being accused of it. He's a bad influence? Sure, so what? It's not illegal to be a bad influence. Again, I'm not saying you have to hand it to him. It's also not illegal for Rick Rock to cheat on his girlfriend. Wait. If anything, she should go to prison because she caught them on camera. Which I think it depends what state you live in, but that could be like a serious offense. Lady, you better call a lawyer. It's private property, she's fine. What if it's Rick Ross's house? Or apartment. Sorry, Rick Rock. I got confused again. I got a little confused. Hey, NL, the lighting is much better. Thank you. Not being ironic, not trying to make anybody feel bad. I changed nothing. Changed none. She was given an extra key. Your Honor, she was given an extra key. Overruled. Habeas corpus.